If you're looking for a laugh while cleaning a roof, got to kill some time making windows sublime, you got the right plan with Ryan and Dan. Welcome to the Uncleanables Podcast.
Welcome back to another video, guys. It is Ryan and Dan from the Uncleanables Podcast. As you can see, it looks like we're in a different location.
We've been robbed, mate.
But this is just what the studio looks like without the studio.
Yeah, so we had a bit of a moment of madness and we ripped down all the fake grass because we just thought...
Well, we thought the stand at the Expo looks so good that we're going to recreate it here. But we need to order some bits. So I've ordered the lights for the ceiling. Yeah, plug in. They're 4 foot long, so just
lights. Yeah, we'll get this boarded and that, and then
you can screw them on it wherever you want.
We're gonna reach out to everyone because this is obviously an opening, and I said it would be really cool if we could put a window there with like a water-fed pole, like touching it or a brush touching it. But I don't really know. It's quite a cool feature, and rather than just boxing it up, if anyone's got any ideas,
if anyone got any ideas,
then let us know. But anyway,
it's an awkward. Because it's bang in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, it's quite cool though. Right, mate. Post Brexit. Don't know where that came in my head. Post show. Post Expo.
Mate, I had an incredible weekend.
What's your review?
I had an incredible weekend. The Friday was definitely busier than the Saturday, which surprised me.
Yeah.
I thought people would just work the Friday and come the Saturday because they had the option, but it seems like people didn't want to miss out on deals on the Friday, so that they came on the Friday and took the day off work anyway.
The deals was on the Saturday.
The deals the whole weekend.
No, mate, did you see Pure Seal?
Apparently, they dropped the price, yeah.
Pure Seal were dropping prices left, right and centre. But anyway, I agree. Friday was manic.
Yeah, so Adam's just texted me actually that Squeaky Clean Dave's video's out. He interviewed us, didn't he? Well, we introduced ourselves for his video. He didn't have a clue who we were, did he?
No, but listen, not everyone is gonna. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't expect they do, but it's quite rare. Not that I'm trying to blow my own trumpet. It's quite rare I meet another YouTuber in the cleaning space that doesn't know who I am. Like, because you sort of look at other channels that are doing well, but even if it's just for a bit of inspiration.
Yeah, totally.
You know, but hey ho, happens. Strange. But we have got all the raffle things, so we're going to do that next episode, just because it is literally the day after we got back from the Expo today. And the unit's still a mess. We just need to tidy up a little bit. Ideally get some progress made on the studio.
Yeah, and then we can work something out.
Yeah, and then we're going to do the raffle. We had so many people enter the raffle and so many prizes donated that we've decided to split them up a little bit, haven't we?
Well, it was more the sponsors. So what happened was we expected a lot of exterior cleaners to buy tickets because a lot of the prizes are all exterior cleaning orientated. However, we had everyone. So we had people from stands, people's kids.
Yeah.
We had people from all over buy it. So we don't think it's fair, and some of the sponsors didn't think it was fair if someone who works for a company such as PWS to win, because they're not going to utilise the prizes.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is we're just going to divvy them up and do one at a time, because that gives basically the best chance for people who want it.
Yeah. So if someone wins and it's not useful to them, then maybe they can decide what they want to do with it.
Yeah, totally. But, or we can draw it again if they don't want it. Or whatnot,
exactly. But we're going to do that next week. So tune in for the results of that. We've also got the competition restarting up.
We've got a full board of the competition.
We've got a full board of the competition. So
whoever requested, I went back through all the comments last night.
This has got heavier.
And this is what we ended up with. So
we see it. There we go.
So obviously we got Dan and his editor. PCS. We got PCS cleaning services, I think it is. Bees Knees.
Well, yeah, the CS is probably cleaning services.
JH Pro Clean, G Williams Window Cleaning, Mike Lynchy,
James Neville,
and James Neville. So there we go.
Yeah, James Neville's quite a big boy in the industry, I think, isn't he?
Is he?
He's the one with. I'm sure he's got 1,300 customers at the moment, so he might be one to look out for.
Oh mate, well I might as well scrub my name off then.
Lynchy's all about the door knocking.
Yeah,
So
literally.
he's going to be another contender.
I'm actually quite confident as well because I've been absolutely flying recently. I'm not even joking.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm really gassing. I'm not joking.
How many customers do you reckon you've added this month?
This month?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this week I've added 11.
Really?
Yeah.
That's beautiful, mate.
And I'm on a roll.
Yeah.
And
Are they all window cleaning, or is it like a variation of?
No, it's probably half and half. But that's good for me.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what you want, isn't it?
A customer's a customer.
Yeah.
But I'm probably half of them are window cleaning. And I'm really hitting it. So I've got 5,000 leaflets turning up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which are perfect. They're the ones I've got, and then they're going to go. I'm going to start canvassing in the evenings, but not canvassing, more leaflet dropping in the evenings, but with a proper leaflet this time.
Yeah, yeah.
Not with what I've been.
So you're going to deliver them yourself, yeah?
Do you know what, mate? I'm just going to try and do them myself. Obviously, it's probably going to get boring really quick.
Yeah.
Because everything always does, especially when you've got ADHD. But so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a go, and then after a week I'm going to see how my legs are feeling, etc., and just go from there, really.
Yeah, sweet. We've actually got, just whilst it's on my brain as well, 3 people that I spoke to at the show, all with really interesting sort of backgrounds, businesses and stories, who have agreed to come on the pod. So I've emailed them back off this morning.
Did we get the big boy in Norfolk?
Yeah.
Mate, his episode's going to be brilliant.
Yeah. And
nice dude as well.
Another fella, I forget his name, but he's been in the industry for 40 years. He was there. He told me a couple of bits, which I'm sure we will go into more detail
on the Titanic.
He was at a meeting between the Federation of Window Cleaners and the government, I think, or someone, and they were talking about banning the use of ladders for window cleaning.
Yeah.
Obviously never went ahead, but they got close to doing that. And he said, like, he was getting his like window smashed on his car. They were egging his van when he drove past because like the traditional window cleaners, because they didn't want to switch over to water-fed pole.
Mate, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
As if you wouldn't want to switch.
Well, it was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Mate, if you put me back on a ladder, and which I never started with, but if you put me on a ladder, I'd quit the industry.
But it's like the drones. Like we're going, they're never going to take off. They're useless. But that could be the same thing. That could be like the.
I know what you mean. I can't see it.
The traditional window cleaners before were like, no one's going to want water coming out the pole with a brush. That's not proper window cleaning. It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like if enough people adopt something.
That drone was wild at the Expo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That drone was that was some bit of kit. Someone said to me, passing apparently it's 28k. But if you was at the Expo and you see the drone, it was quite incredible, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was good.
But that's a topic for conversation.
It was good. It was fun, but completely unsafe for soft washing. So that's like no good. If you was doing pure water window cleaning with it, could work.
How over-engineered is that?
Yeah, I don't know how you get the window actually clean. Like
you just spray it.
Yeah, but is it strong enough to like remove cobwebs and dirt? Sometimes even the pressure washer don't remove cobwebs.
There will be. I think there will be an application for it in this industry, but it hasn't been found yet.
Yeah. So commercial might work. Like instead of what they called abseiling window cleaners, you just send a drone up.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That could be.
But yeah.
I had something else to say as well, actually. I can't remember what it was now.
What are we going to ramble on about today then?
Oh, I had something good. Did I write it down, do you reckon? Do you reckon I wrote it down?
You love that squeegee hat, didn't you?
Mate, he's keeping the sun off my head. That was it. I did write it down. Fuck me. That's a first. So
you write everything down, mate.
I come up with an idea whilst we were away. And basically, some people we were talking to were quite surprised about Dan's background, like after we got chatting, weren't they? And although he comes across as a complete retard, he looks like a complete retard. And sounds like a complete retard.
And I smell like a retard.
Yeah, you can't smell him, but it's terrible. He's actually quite a clever bloke. Sometimes. And he's got a really good story. So obviously, shoot us down in the comments if you're like, fuck no, I don't want to know about Dan's life.
No, we are doing. But
I would like to interview Dan as if he was a guest, and vice versa.
Yeah, I think
just to give you guys a bit more of a background on us as people.
I think I've got to say this, like from what I've learned is that I think a lot of people just think we run a podcast and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
We're obviously, we ain't idiots.
No.
I think we've done quite well in life. And yeah, this is like one of 5 or 6 strings in our bows.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that was kind of the feedback we got. And like, I know obviously I laugh and joke and that, but I can be serious at times and I think I'm doing quite well in life, shall we say. So yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll be a really interesting episode.
Well,
and
nice
it's
to think
also
we've got,
something that we can record over the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Where we're so busy we can't go and visit any other guests.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
So we can bring you a couple of like guest episodes.
Mate, I'm actually nervous.
But it'll be us.
How weird is that?
Yeah, because I'm going to ask you how many kids you've got in your basement.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to lie and say
Yeah.
none. No, but that's brilliant. I'm actually quite nervous. It'll
Yeah.
be good though. It'll be good.
Yeah, so I think it'll be really good.
Yeah.
And but yeah, let us know if you think that would be a good idea, because I think that is a good idea.
I think that'd be a belter.
I mean, I'll come up with it, so yeah, it's definitely a good idea.
No, that's
It's just whether you want to watch it or not.
No, imagine it got 1 view.
It's just me.
Oh, dearie me.
So so that was the other big announcement, that we think we're gonna do something along them
I
lines.
don't think it's going to work though.
Why?
Because all you would do, like you can't treat me as a guest. You're just going to treat me as Dan.
No, I'll treat you.
No. Because all you're going to do is interrupt me.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, you'll be a proper guest.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be all right then, mate.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually have more rights in this podcast as a guest than I am as a fucking.
Yeah, and like, I'll get to put your microphone on for you,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
guests don't know how to do that.
Just
So you
sit
might
down.
actually get some good audio for once.
Mate, that's class. That's class.
But yeah, other than that, though, what's been going on in the last? I know we've been at the Expo, but work-wise, what's been going on?
I'm absolutely doubling down on the window cleaning.
Yeah.
I'm even thinking about peeling a couple of things off my van,
Really?
like a couple of my services. Yeah, I'm like,
I'd leave them on there for now.
I'm leaving them on there for now, but I'm like,
I don't think you get as much traffic from your van as you think you do.
no, I don't get any traffic from my van.
Well, you might do, you don't know,
Yeah.
because people don't go, oh, saw your van, they just call you
I'll
up.
tell you one thing I've noticed though. After going to the Expo and seeing people's vans. People have actually got some really, really cool vans.
Yeah.
And I mean like mind-blowing. That George Williams.
Yeah, that's a
Crew,
cool one.
His van.
It's like your first impression, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if a customer watches you put onto the drive,
Yeah.
that's the first thing they see.
It is George Williams, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's probably watching it. He's in our Discord. Mate, his van is amazing.
It's really nice.
And you pull up and look at it and you're like,
He ain't got a very good roof rack, so is he?
no, yeah. That was just flapping around.
Big old dent in it.
Anyway, yeah, so the vans, I'm really doubling down. Really doubling down, and I'm like aggressively hitting it.
Do you think you might even get your van rewrapped?
Yeah, that's on the
Yeah.
agenda, yeah. So I've got...
I can tell you how much it costs, because I've priced it up for Elliot's van. So
No, I've-
similar wrap to what I've got, like a half wrap.
Wait, but I'm plugged in though, bro.
Can they do that though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on. They wrap ambulances, the place I went
Do
to.
they?
Yeah,
do you reckon
yeah.
they do me a deal?
Yeah, but you don't really know anyone there, do you?
Oh, I know you.
Yeah, but I'm a +1 in this scenario.
Yeah. Do you get a +1?
Oh, I can ask.
What if I just go and live with Emma for a bit? Like, you move out.
I'll break up with her,
Yeah, yeah.
and then like, you become the new boyfriend.
Yeah.
Get your van wrapped and then dump her. And
Yeah, that's perfect.
No, so doubling down on that. Like I said, the leaflets are coming. I've just bought a new water tank. I'm gonna sort my van out, as in the back of my van.
They sent brother.
Brother.
My brain just had an aneurysm.
Mate, you're right.
They said, you said
Yeah.
that they have sent you the wrong
I think
tank,
they
right?
have, but I think it's going to be a happy mistake.
Okay.
So so I measured the tank I have,
Yeah.
and it's about 90 tall.
Yeah.
It's about 30 wide, and
Right.
it's about, I think it's about 90 deep or 80 deep,
Right.
something like that. Yeah. So it's a little skinny thing, sits just on the back of the bulkhead. I've asked for a 350 litre tank. Okay, it's pretty much the same spec, and they haven't. They've sent a little short, like a stubby one, but it sits out, and it's almost like a pallet size.
More square.
Yeah. And it's like, but I'm thinking to myself, that might be a happy mistake.
You were
because-
talking about putting stuff on top of it,
Right,
weren't
but
you?
now I can put bundles more on top of it.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So I'm gonna offer it up later and just see where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's window cleaning warehouse. I don't know if I think they're okay, or have you got good reviews about them? Did they ever send you stuff wrong, or?
They've never sent anything wrong. They're not very but they're the biggest window cleaning supplier in the industry, but they're not very popular.
Are they not?
No.
So anyway.
Not that, like, they're not selling, they sell their own products, but what you've bought isn't one of their products. They just stock them from Tanks Direct or whatever, where I get my tanks from. I don't think they put a markup on it, so you've not overpaid, but...
Well, they would, yeah, I know what you mean. But anyway,
it's like a lost leader sort of thing, so...
It's just to
it's
get
the same,
traffic,
it's the same price, but it's like, well, if you buy your tank from us, they might add some more stuff to the basket at the same time.
So, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, so that's come, so I'm going to mess around with that, and yeah, I'm just really focusing on pushing the window cleaner, mate, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Then what have you got? Have you got your leaflets planned?
So I've got the leaflets
What else
planned.
have you got planned? You've got a Facebook ad on the go at the moment.
Yeah, I've got a Facebook ad on the go. I'm gonna really play around with the Facebook ads. I quite like them.
How's that performing for you?
Yeah, all right. I had another lead. I'll be honest, I think I've had... Mate, you're going to laugh your head off. So I've run the leads, for window cleaner. And I've had 7 leads.
Yeah.
And not one of them is for a window clean. Can you believe that?
Because it's you, I can, but like, no, normally I wouldn't.
Mate, I can't believe how everyone else runs a Facebook ad and it blows for them, and I run it and I get like, I'm not even joking. I've had a roof inquiry.
I know you had the roof. I've
done 2 Connies from it. I'm not moaning, but at the same time, it's like I didn't want a one-off. Do you know what I mean? I wanted like a window clean, but I suppose it is what it is. Oh no, there's one good thing come from it, which wasn't the advert. It was shared. And it's pricing up a church.
Okay.
And I'm going to go there Wednesday. So I'm going to price a church on Wednesday.
So you're not giving them the price yet? You're going to go visit?
No, I've got to go there. I've got to go and have a look at it. It's quite a weird old building. So yeah, so that's kind of me.
So that's pretty successful though, right?
It's nice, mate. It's nice.
Have you got anything else you're going to add to those to try and get more customers?
Yeah, so I've got a fair bit of commercial work coming up. And I think I've had to go ahead on a big pressure washing job. So I'm going to try and arrange a date. So I go and do the gutter clean tomorrow. Okay. Which is the biggest gutter clean. You guys, obviously, when you watch this, I would have had it done. Hopefully, I'm still alive. But it's the crane.
So you got the cherry picker and all sorts coming.
Yeah, cherry pickers. Well, it's not a cherry picker. It's a crane.
Okay.
Believe it or not, it comes on a lorry.
You're just going to put the hook on your belt loop.
Yeah.
And just.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. Yeah. So
makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. But like, what I might do is I might go armed with like leaf blowers in both hands, and then just start blowing shit all over the roof.
Mate.
Yeah.
In and out.
And when he comes out and goes, "What on earth are you doing?" I'll just say, "Mate, this is what you don't see on the TV."
Yeah, job and knock. Mate.
Yeah. Mate. So that's happening tomorrow. But then obviously there's other bits and pieces. If I get the go ahead on that payment on completion, then obviously I'll have the marketing budget then to drop the leaflets.
Oh, instead of you delivering them.
Yes. Yeah. And then I'll just be like, right, let's go, let's get this cracking. I'll order another bundle, probably another 10,000, and then I'll get 10,000 delivered, whilst obviously simultaneously running a Facebook ad. Yeah. And then, I mean, them jobs there, potentially I could grab a canvasser for probably 3 months and just have him going out knocking. So we'll see. There's plenty there. Obviously, I've somehow still got to cut a living out of that, and my wages and keep everything going.
How many days of the month do you reckon that's going to take up for you? Because obviously it's the first tomorrow, so both jobs I'm assuming will happen in April.
Yeah, well I'm hoping the gutter cleans a day.
You reckon, yeah?
I think it's a morning.
Okay.
It's 200 and something linear metres.
Yeah.
It's 200 odd linear metres, but I don't think it's the end of the world to knock it out in the morning. I'm going to have also the... pardon me, that's probably right in camera view.
It's all right, mate.
Can I call you later? The gutter empty will be a day. Yeah. I reckon I'm estimating the pressure washing to be a week.
And how big is that? 1,500 square metres?
Yeah, but it's not. It's going to sound funny. It's quite a strange setup. So it's a metre wide walkway. Yeah. 1,400 metres.
That's mental.
But it's on a part. But it's raised. So there's
Is it concrete or block paving?
Believe it or not, it's block paving. But there's no dramas with drainage because it's raised. Oh, okay. So the water's going to run out either side and disappear. So I'm over the moon with that.
I think you could do that in a day.
So I've managed to source a water tank on a trailer.
Yeah.
I think it's a 500.
Oh, there's no water, is there?
There is, but it's standpipe. Do you know what a standpipe is?
Yeah.
Mate, they are massive, aren't they? If you can hear that, that's a pigeon on the roof. There is water, but it's out of a standpipe, so you have to. It's good, mate.
You've got to get a key.
You'll know what I mean, but you have to dig into the floor effectively, and then turn this, and then it just pisses out of this like well hose effectively. So I've got to try and find a way to put it in a trough or something. Do you know what I mean? It's going to look like I don't know what it's going to look like because I don't know how the water's. He hasn't really explained it that well to me, but.
You can check it out tomorrow, though, can't you?
I'll have a butcher's tomorrow, yeah, and check it out. He said he's got all the bits and pieces, and I said I need to reduce it to obviously to put a tap on it and all the rest of it, like a normal hose lock. But I reckon I can knock it out in, I'm gonna estimate a week because obviously don't forget I've got to sand it, which is a pain.
But it's like you just like you can probably get a broom.
That wide,
Even the orange ones we use, because if you get enough sand, it will sort of spread.
Yeah.
And then it's the same with the washing, isn't it? You're just gonna and walk down. So I think it'll be quicker than you think.
Yeah.
Well, assuming the water, situation isn't too dire.
Yeah, I think the water situation will be all right. Worst case scenario, we've got 25 litre drums here. I'll just fill every single one up, put them on my van, go down there, and then I'll just gonna have to do trips.
Yeah.
I'll work something out. There is water on site, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, that's what it looks like, mate. That's what it looks like. And then there's other bits and pieces he wants priced up, but we'll see. And professional estimator. And we'll go from there. What about you? How's your week been?
It's been all right, to be fair. I closed another 900 plus pressure washing job today, which is a nice one. And they're paying deposits. That's the nice thing. I'm not having to sell anything to them. Just priced it up. He's like, yeah, it's fine. I'll pay the deposit now. And he's like, it's not booked in until like mid to end May.
Where did that lead come from?
So, funny enough, he went to school with my brother, this bloke, but he called me from something, I can't remember, it was about 2.5 years ago. They've got a little shop on Sutton Road, and they were like, the gutter's overflowing, can you come empty it? I said, yeah, no worries, I'll come have a look at it, and I'll have the gutter back with me. If it needs doing, if it's something I can do, I'll do it whilst I'm there. It'd be 80 quid. Yeah, cool. Anyway, I get there, and there's a big, when the soil gets into the downpipe, one of them on the floor. So I'm like, can't see anything overgrowing. So I throw the camera up there first, completely clear.
Yeah.
So I've gone inside and I've gone, mate, you've had someone clean it. Someone's cleared it. He was like, what? I said, yeah, look, come have a look. I said, you've got whatever was blocking your downpipe
is
there on the floor.
That.
No, he's just on the floor.
Oh,
they just hadn't taken it away with them.
Oh, is that?
They'd pulled it out. It out and then cleared the gutters and just left the little shrunken head on the floor.
They do look like that sometimes, don't they?
Little pineapple, little soil pineapple on the floor. And I was like, that's what was blocking your gutter. Someone's done it. So you don't need me. And he's like, mate, I'm gonna pay the full job. I was like, no, just give me 20 quid for a call out. Right, this was back in the day.
Mate, you need a minimum charge, bro.
Mate, I would have had the 80 off him now. But yeah, I just said, give us 20 quid. I didn't do anything, you know what I mean? I just drove there and drove home. And it's not that far away. And that they paid me. I think they might have tipped me as well. And anyway, that was about 2.5 years ago. And he's called me up again and he's like, I think you've done some work for us before, some gutters. And I'm like, oh, Dave's not ringing no bells. And then eventually, he carried on saying, I'm sure you've done work for us before. We had a blocked gutter on Sutton Road, and I'm like, yeah, it sparked my mind. I said, I didn't actually do any work for you, I'd just come and had a look, because someone had done it already, but yeah, it clocked it on. Anyway, it's his mum and dad's gaff. He said he cleaned it about 5 years ago, it took him about 3 days with a Karcher K3.
Oh, mate, go on.
And I said, priced up, massive. It's not like a big area, but it's like 3 cars at the front, then it's a whole car's width
down the side,
half down the side, and then that blends into like another 3 cars worth of patio, about 180 square metres all in all. There's another little path down the other side. So yeah, so that's You just booked that in straight away, which was lovely.
Beautiful, mate. Love that.
Yeah. So that was like, I had a call from someone today about window cleaning, and it was in Westcliff, where you just can't park. There's like no parking spaces in Westcliff. So I just said to her, have you got off-road parking? No, we haven't. I was like, I'm not going to be able to take you on, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So it's not because I don't want to. It's just I drive a long wheelbase transit, and I don't want to be the guy that says we're coming today and then you don't get your windows cleaned because we couldn't get a spot. And then I've got to call you up and explain that, put you on another day, and then that same thing could happen again. So it's not good for you, not good for me.
Yeah, because everyone just gets upset.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was a shame. Missed out on another customer. Same thing happened last week as well. I got halfway through booking her in, and she was on a road in Westcliff that half the houses on one side are like beautiful, detached, setback driveways. The other half are all terraced the whole way along.
Beautiful, mate, lovely.
And I said, because I had a job, I had the same road like a couple of weeks before. So I was like, I've got to ask you, I completely forgot. You decide with the driveways or you decide without the driveways? And she was like, no, with the terrace side. I was like, no, it's not going to happen. So it's just, there's never any parking spaces.
It's so unnatural, isn't it, to pass off work, but you've got to do it sometimes. Speaking of that, quickly, I was finished the Conservatory clean earlier, pulled out of the road, driving along, and this dude's got a big old driveway, and he's got a karcher, but he's got a surface cleaner. Have you ever seen them plastic ones?
Yeah.
Oh my God, mate, they don't weigh anything.
No.
But he's got it, and he's holding it up, but it's not spinning, so it's just jetting. So anyway, I've driven past it, and I thought, poor fucker, he don't know what he's doing. Yeah, so I've jammed it in reverse, driven back, and I've bibbed him, and he went, you all right? I went, mate, that's meant to spin. He went, oh, is it? So I went, wait 1 minute. Jumped out of my motor with a leaflet, went over there, just like showed him what to do, spun it for him, and I'm like, this is how you do it. Mate, it done nothing. It was struggling with bird shit. I was like, they should just stop selling these.
I don't think it's not the surface cleaner, it's probably something wrong with his machine, because they do work.
What, you think them little cartridges?
Yeah, they do work.
Anyway, so I gave him a leaflet.
They're not great, I'm not saying they're great.
Oh no, yeah, this was
work.
like, the results
they wouldn't get your results.
Oh no,
like,
no, that's what I mean. But like, I hardly see any colour change.
No, but it sounds like there's something, like if it's not spinning, and then it's not doing anything, it sounds like there's probably
it was going through the motions and all the rest of it. And I went, look, I'll give him a leaflet, and I went, look, if you get tired of it, I said, take this. I said, give me a buzz. And I've just had a missed call, it might even be him. But wouldn't it be cool if I got that?
Yeah.
Just from helping him. But yeah.
He's like, I'm done with this driveway, mate. I'm not interested anymore.
Mate, the house is going up for sale.
I've just dashed the whole pressure washer next door over the fence.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I get it. If you're of an older generation, you're retired, you've got time on your hands, and you do it regularly. But it's when people try and fight a 10-year-old driveway with a karcher, and you see them out there, they're in their trainers and their jeans.
Yeah, and they're just getting obliterated.
It's game over for you.
But like,
that's 4 days worth of work.
I know what Karcher have done. They've sold a beautiful dream. They've sold a product and said, like, all your cleaning needs in your house can be sorted by this one machine. That's what they've done. So it's like, clean your car, clean your decking, clean your garden furniture.
To be fair, they're good for decking.
They are good to a degree. But then, and then people get a little bit happy with themselves and go, oh, well, mate, if it's done the decking, it can do the block paved driveway.
You can. I used to do my mum and dad's with electric when I was growing up. Every year.
How long did it take?
It took me a long day. But my mum and dad's block paving bit's not very big, remember?
Mate, that took you a long day.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah. But I never re-sanded it either.
But yeah, people do it. Pack your sandwiches in a flask and crack on with it, mate. Good on you.
They do clean. They're just not.
Oh, I'm not saying they don't clean, but they're very good. But
I would never recommend someone to buy one to then charge for work. But if you want to save some money at home, they do the job, but you're not going to have a good time doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I disagree that they do the job. I disagree.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I do disagree massively.
Maybe some of the smaller ones.
They're good, yeah? But like for its size and for the value of money, they're a good machine, yeah? But you can't put it on block paving. Just don't even bother. It's just a waste of time. Just like it's good
I
for little jobs.
wouldn't do it, but
It's good for cars.
I've seen people do it. You know,
I've seen people pay people.
yeah, I've seen okay results from what they call them, Karcher warriors.
Is that what they're called?
Something like that.
Karcher warriors.
Yeah, like the guys that charge to clean your driveway, they turn up with a Karcher. Like what Sid was telling us on his podcast episode, he started off with a Karcher.
Yeah.
But he said like he cleaned like a driveway, it took him 2 full days and all the insides were melted because they're not designed to be run all day.
Yeah.
So they're not designed for commercial like use. Although you're doing domestic work, you're using it in a commercial manner, aren't you?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
They're not designed to be used all day. I'm tired as well. Mate, I'm still tired from the weekend.
Yeah, I am as well.
Anyone who knows me knows I'm normally in bed by about 8:30, 9. And we were up till midnight and 1 a.m. on the Friday night, the Thursday night and the Friday night. Just shooting the shit, chatting, weren't we?
How good was it though?
It was good, but like I'm just not built to stay up late. And yesterday I was almost a write-off.
Do you know what I couldn't believe? How much we'd done in terms of gym and sauna and the show.
It was very full on, wasn't it?
It was non-stop, wasn't it?
But I wanted to just make the most of it.
No, we definitely made the most of it. It was incredible, mate.
I was missing that sauna this morning.
Yeah, I know.
And last night. And yesterday morning.
It's basically
now,
since I've been back.
I'm dreaming about it.
We could make a sauna in here if you want. Just run the podcast in it.
Yeah, we could do, couldn't we?
Little sauna room. Yeah.
That'd be sick. We could just like, no one would be able to see anything.
We genuinely could. We genuinely could as well.
And then we could put the window here.
Yeah.
And just have the camera the other side of the window.
What, just 2 sweaty geezers?
Yeah.
Just on a steamy window.
Yeah.
What, and then like when they zoom in they can make out us kissing?
Yeah.
Mate, what? But yeah, no, so that's the plan then. So going aggressive on the marketing, see where we end up. I'm going to look at rounds for sale as well. I'm going to look at all aspects.
That'd be naughty if you find something that works for both of us. We could probably put some money together and split it.
What, a round?
Yeah, if it was
You're not big enough, bro. You ain't big, mate. You got to come to my level first, and then we can have a chat.
Don't be like that.
No, I'd love to, I'd love to. I've said this shit before.
It's like if it's 1,000 customers, it's not going to be 1,000 customers, but if it's a lot of customers and it's good money.
I'm not going to divulge, but if we lump together what we've got, we could get a cracking round, a cracking round. So I'm happy to have a chat if one comes along and all the rest of it, and we'll go from there.
It's just spreading the liability, isn't it? Like if it's 10 grand round, like 10 grand's worth of cost. We put in 5 each. It's just a bit easier. It's just a bit more palatable, isn't it?
Yeah, than taking a 10 grand hit.
Yeah.
Massively.
Particularly if you then end up losing.
How does it work? So 10 grand would get you what?
About 3 grand a month's worth of work. 2.5 grand's worth of work. Something like that.
For 10k? So then you would like to think then, if we put 10 in each, we'd get 6 to 8k a month.
Well, it's
that's
like
a huge growth.
So it's all very specific, isn't it? It's not specific. It's all very like, what's the word I'm looking for, Dan? Individual. It's not the word I'm looking for, but it works.
What's the description? What are you trying to say?
Well, I'll explain it and then you'll get what I'm saying. So it all depends on the situation. That's what I'm trying to say. If the person selling is like going through a divorce and needs money quickly, they're potentially going to let it go for a little less money. If they're just looking to sell it and they don't know what they want to do next, but they're happy to work it for the time being, they'll probably hold out for a bigger price. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you're talking about like, I'm not talking.
But what I'm saying is, if we've got 20k and the going rate's 3 to 4x, like generally that's what's negotiated down to, 3 to 4x. There's not many people with 20k to spend. So you potentially could get 10 grand a month's worth of work for 20k.
Yeah, you should.
Because there's a small amount of people that are willing to drop 20k on a round. So that's a potential, you'd get a better deal because you're a smaller, you're of a smaller caliber of people that are willing to pay that money for that round. But it also depends on the seller, their position.
Yeah, massively.
Like if they need 20k now.
I think 20k is a lot of money for a round, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but if they're going through a divorce and they've got to give their ex-wife a lump sum of money, it's like, what are you going to do?
What would you try and batter him down?
Yeah, of course I would.
Yeah, so a fellow geezer in the industry, mate, you're going to fucking kick while he's down.
Yeah,
what a piece of shit you are.
Yeah.
What, mate? What a lovely dude you are.
I'm going to say you told me to do it, so I don't look bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, while he's
I'm
literally...
going to call him up. I'm going to be like, look, mate, Dan's playing hardball, and he said, look,
You're actually a horrible dude.
we know you need the money, so here's 8k.
And then, like, while he's sat there and like
just crying and
he's crying, his head's in his hand and he's calm. He's like, oh my, I don't know what I'm going to do. We just like lean in and just whisper in his ear, stay clean. Yeah, don't forget to watch the podcast, you prick. No, we never do that, mate. That's actually a horrible story.
Yeah. I probably won't want to get involved in that.
Mate, it was your idea.
No, but I was joking. I was for comedic effect on the podcast.
You feel bad now, didn't you?
No, I don't give a shit. I'll rob your nan if you give me the chance, mate. No, but like, that's just an awkward situation to get involved in because you're going to feel like you've taken advantage, but ultimately business is business, isn't it? You want the most amount of work for the least amount of money, but you're taking advantage of his situation, and then he's going to turn around after it's all done and be like, what have I done? Probably didn't need to do that.
It's probably better to take it off an old boy that's retiring.
Yeah.
That's the ideal scenario, and then you both walk away for a mutual price
exactly
that you're both happy with.
Exactly.
Yeah, but no, it'd be interesting.
I think it was on the James Sinclair podcast, which I haven't been listening to recently because I've had Elliot with me. But he used to say, or he said before in the past, you're better to buy a good business for a fair price than
a bad business for a good price.
Yeah, something along them lines.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because,
it's clever though, isn't it?
Yeah, you want it to be good and fair, and everyone wins, and there's no animosity.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's not how you say the word. But
animosity, yeah, as in like there's no bad blood.
No, I was thinking of those fossils that you get on the beach.
That's is that not an amoeba?
I don't think so.
Huh?
I think it's an animite in it. Or something.
No, that's where.
Do you know how many people mentioned Canoodan to us at the Expo?
No, that you're talking about the word that sounds like it is. Like that's onomatopoeia. That's actually a true thing. Do you know that?
I know what onomatopoeia is.
All right. Do you know another one then? So me and my mate used to have this thing. We used to ask people this to like. This is going to sound really judgmental to gauge how clever we thought they were.
Right.
Right. Do you know what pathetic fallacy is?
I do, but I can't remember the name. It's
Go on. Have a go. Mate, that sounds so judgmental, doesn't it?
Begins with an O.
What?
No.
Pathetic fallacy?
Yeah, it's when the two words have the same sound at the beginning.
No.
No, okay, go on.
Pathetic fallacy is where the weather reflects the character's mood in a film.
Oh, okay. That's not what I was thinking of whatsoever.
No. Because you got it wrong.
Yeah, but I was thinking of something completely different.
You was thinking of like crayons and eating them or something, weren't
you? Yeah. Red's my favourite.
What does it taste like?
Strawberries, if you imagine hard enough. They all taste of whatever colour they are, if you think hard enough.
What would white and black taste like? Licorice?
Like white tastes like, you ever get those sweets? Milk bowls.
Oh, mate, they're the worst. Do you know what the worst sweet is? I think the worst sweet ever. Do you know the white chocolate with the hundreds of thousands on it? It's called Frazzles.
So guys, before we get back to the podcast, we just wanted to let you know about a new thing that we've added to the podcast to help support our travels, to support our getting guests on the podcast, and just to overall help us out a little bit with the running costs of a podcast.
And in return of your support, guys, we have put together the Uncleanables Community Hub. And this is a hub where like-minded individuals such as yourself can come together, you can share ideas, you can chat, you can discuss work, all different topics, all under one roof.
So it's super easy to join the community, guys. There's a link in the description below. Just click on that. It will take you through to our YouTube page. On the membership section, you can sign up there. Whether you're listening or watching, it will be in the description of the show notes.
And once again, thanks for your support, guys. Back to the podcast.
I think it cancelled one day. Tell ya.
Right, so, anyway, shit sweets. let's wrap it up. Let's wrap up the sweet conversation. I feel like we've gone right off the boil. I feel like we're both still tired after the
I
Expo.
also would like we've got some ideas of like topics to talk about for the podcast, but we found it very regimented, didn't we, when we came up with the topics? So is there anything anyone would like us to touch on, like, that's not like them? I touch Dan all the time.
No, that's quite an interesting thing. That's quite an interesting
like
thing.
if you're like talking, like, I don't know, you're in a position where you want to take on more commercial work and you're like, how do you get more commercial work? I don't know, it could be anything.
Do you know, I will say one thing though that kind of is quite a nice surprise, which is quite interesting to know and also hard to work with. It's not hard to work with, but we're constantly thinking we're doing something wrong or we're doing something right, etc., and all the rest of it. But the feedback we got at the Expo was, I would say, if we could draw a line through the feedback, it's people put us in their ears in a not so weird way. People put us in their ears when they're working as almost like just two other people in the room.
Yeah.
It's almost like the banter with two other work colleagues.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to say.
Yeah.
That's kind of...
Yeah, that is it, yeah.
So if we sat here and just talk shite about Jeffrey Dahmer for an hour, I think that I'm not saying it's suffice and people, like, we're going to grow listeners, but...
No, people are happy, yeah. I would like to solve some problems as well as be the most hilarious guy on the planet.
But also, not every week we're going to have problems.
No, I'm not. No, it doesn't have to be every week. But if anyone's got a specific problem,
that's an ocean, isn't it?
And that one is. Yeah. If anyone's got a Pacific Ocean, if anyone's got a Pacific problem, and they just want to share that problem, and just get two opinions from unqualified people, then let us know.
Mate, I will say one thing though. I think we drop absolute bombs on it.
Sometimes, yeah.
I think we do, don't we?
Yeah.
Some of the topics we hit. Do you know what topic I've hit on? I was thinking about today. I was washing down this Connie, and the pitch of the roof was awful. And I've done a few. I haven't done hundreds. And I'm like, mate, there's an easier way to this. How many conservatories do you reckon you can clean in a day before you just can't do any more?
7.
Mate, roofs.
It'll take me about an hour, Connie. About the size. That's a big one. I'll do in an hour. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, this one only took me an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You reckon you could do 7 in a day?
Yeah. Probably comfortable 6. It depends on how far apart they are. In the same town, definitely.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's
They're not all going to be big, are they?
No. Do you, yeah, no, you're right.
Like, some of them could only be half hour.
I mean, if they're clean, yeah, but 9 times out of 10 they ring you for a Connie clean when there's moss all over the roof.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've spent a lot of time working out how to clean them quickly with the right chemicals, the right mix of
I know what you mean.
soap and... So when I put my spray on, I agitate it and I rinse it off, it's clean. I very, very rarely get any stubborn dirt off of the back of using that chemical mixture.
I struggled. This pitch was so bad, I struggled. It was clean, I just couldn't rinse the shit off. And it just weren't rinsing, and I was like I literally every single piece I had to push.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, these jets ain't...
Yeah, sometimes they take longer. You know. But average is probably an hour.
That's
maybe
done,
maybe 40 minutes.
Connies are great. I think Connies are great.
Yeah.
And when you actually start looking and driving around, there's hundreds of them.
Yeah, they were a really cheap extension alternative, weren't they? A long time ago. You don't get people getting them installed now.
Yeah, you don't really see them anymore, do you? There's probably more coming down than going up.
Yeah. Yeah, because Connie don't really add value to your house. It just added space, whereas an extension will add value.
Yeah, massively.
So people are losing the Connies and putting extensions to make... Also, Connies are boiling hot in the summer, freezing cold in the winter.
I think they're just uncomfortable.
They're not insulated very well, are they?
They're uncomfortable. Do you know what I had though? I had an old boss. He had a conservatory exactly like that. Freezing cold, red hot in the summer. And do you know what he done?
Put a roof on it.
So easy. Well, he even done easier than that. He just got, they're deep, aren't they? Like from the ribs from the ribs to the glass, you've got like 150 mil. He just put Kingspan in it.
Really?
He just put Kingspan in that, and then literally put like, you know, a thumb turn on a door.
Yeah.
He just put them on it. So he literally just twisted it, and then he just boarded it.
Really?
Yeah. Skimmed it, and it was like insulated. I don't know how well it performed.
Yeah, I've heard people that have had like the Connie roof removed and they put like a tiled roof on it.
Yeah, a proper roof on it, yeah.
That does help massively. But fuck knows.
Oh, surely they would have run into that problem when they first, like, the first ever conservatory, when they installed it. They probably thought it's red hot in the summer, it's freezing cold in the winter.
Yeah, it's probably sold as like a sunroom though, isn't it?
Maybe.
Like not to be used in the winter.
Probably, something like that.
Go on, do you want to see us out, son?
You're falling asleep, aren't you?
I've still got loads to do today and I just can't be arsed.
Yeah, I've got to wrestle with a tank now.
Yeah.
Right, guys, thanks for watching another episode of the Uncleanables Podcast. Don't forget, if you have an idea what to do with the window, then let us know in the comments below. Thanks again for coming over to us at the Expo. And remember,
Stay cleaning.